Okay, take a look at this page on arm gestures. Let's look at example A first. Again, scan it to begin with, even though it's a simple reading. Look at the length of the symbols and the fact that they're almost touching. What's that tell you about this port-de-bras? Good. No space between the symbols, so no hold in the movement. This is going to be an absolutely continuous movement, right? So you're looking at an arm movement that is fluid. Okay. Ready? 3, 4, and 1. 2, take 2 counts to get there. Okay. What you want to avoid is going 1, 2, hold 3, right? What would that look like? If you were reading a score where the choreographer wanted that, you would see 1, 2, count 3, no movement for the arm, right? Because you don't want it to go anywhere. And then count 4, it would come down. All right?
If you put a dot in there, a hold sign there,
yes.
how would you count it?
You would not use hold signs for the arms. No, you don't need to. In the arm column, no symbols mean no movement, right? In the support column, you need a hold sign because space in the support column means no support, which is going to mean jump. Okay? So hold signs you need in the support column when you're pausing, when there's no movement in the supports. For the arms, don't need them. So we're going to try to make A not look like this. Once more, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Keep it moving and down. Much better. Good. Okay, off we go with B. Try to just do it. Ready? 3, 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Good. C. 2, 3, 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Very good. Look at D. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay. Practice it for a minute. Right, okay. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Change 3, 4, down. Good. All right, I want to go to H. Ready? 4 for nothing. 1, 2, 3, go, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Right. Look at J, and it counts the measures. 3. Okay, 3 for nothing. Arms in the right starting position. 1, 2, and go, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got a difference of opinion. On H, which way does the right arm go? To the left. Left arm goes to the right. Okay, which arm crosses in front of the other one? How do you know? Good, it's got a pin on it, which tells you that that's the arm that goes front. First count, arms are going to place low. Then they have to go to the opposite sides. Right, one arm, and they drop and open to their own sides again. That's it. 1 and 2 and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 3. Good. When they cross, what level do they go to when they do their crossing movement? Mid, so they're not going to get any higher than the shoulders, right? They're just going to cross here at shoulder height and open again. Okay. Yes, sure.
Like it's written, I have to keep the arms
straight, yes, which is physically impossible. So if this were written nicely, what would it have under the side symbol? Yes, would definitely have an X. And this is good of Rivka to spot this, because very often things are written with people making assumptions. Right? They'll say, well, they couldn't do that with their arms straight, so they'll know to bend their arm. But it's not a good practice, because you really need to read exactly what's there. So if you were trying to do this as it was written, it might mean the choreographer were really trying to get you to have the arms as straight as you could have them to the sides. If you wanted a normal swing, you would definitely see it with the X. Okay, let's look at K. 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Very good. Let me talk about leg gestures because they're very similar to arm gestures. I'm using that word gesture. What does it mean? What is a gesture? Right. It's any movement that doesn't carry weight. Right? If I had my leg here, what direction and level is that leg in? Forward and low. Why? Right. You're looking at the relationship between foot and hip. Just like with arms, you looked at the relationship between hands and shoulders. Right? The foot is lower than the hip and in front of it. So the direction for this leg is forward low. Let me show you where leg gestures are written on the staff. The leg gestures hang right inside the two outside lines. Take a look at this. What am I doing there? Good, 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 good. So I'm standing on the left foot. Right leg is in second low. So I'm standing like this. Then what happens? Right, rond de jambe to the back low. Then what happens? It takes weight, it steps in place, exactly. Right? So when the cymbals are right next to the center line, you're looking at leg movements that carry weight, your supports. When they move away and they're hanging on the outside of the staff, they're leg gestures, they're working leg, movements of working legs in the air.
You wouldn't need to put the place sign on the left-hand side.
For here?
Yep.
I could. I chose to say keep holding that foot there and close, but there's nothing wrong with doing that either, and you'll see that in scores to reinforce the fact that you're going to close feet together. You could see either one of those. In a score, you might see this because when you see this cluster, these 2 feet together, right away you know first position, either first position or parallel turnout, because you don't know how to write the difference yet. But you know my feet are together, right? So scores will often be written this way because it's so fast to read. Every time you see that, you know you're standing on both feet under you. This is also written because hold signs are fast to read. And it just says, keep that foot there. You know you're not moving that foot. This shows clearly that the right foot is actively taking weight into a new position. It's the same thing. Really, you couldn't dance it any differently. Okay, what if I did this? Good. You'd bend your leg. How much? A little bit. Right? Same thing as for the arms. X means a bit bent. So all of a sudden I would have this position rather than a straight leg. Right? There's no X in front of the back, so as the leg goes from side to back, what does it do? Straightens. Good. Mary Vigman. Who was Mary Vigman? Okay, she was interested in exploring shapes, that's for sure, and the use of shaping space in choreography. What country, what period are we talking about? German modern dancer, period. Yeah, early 20th century, a lot of historians feel she created the first truly modern dance when her Hexentanz, her witches' dance, came out in 1912. Some people discount Isadora and Ruth St. Denis as forerunners of modern dance and romantic with all their use of cloth and Asian dance forms and romantic music. But de Vigman was a theoretician, and she was out to do something modern and something different. Okay, I'm looking at the Vigman class combination on the left-hand side of the page. What do you notice? Yes, it's all deep. the whole thing is in low level. Right. What else do you notice? Good. You're counting this in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anything else? Okay. What measures have sideways movement in them? Good, the ones with leg gestures. So measures 2 and 4 are the same, but done to the other sides. Okay, the arms have an opening position. What is it? Good, Marcelo. Good. They're on the diagonals, mid, and bent. What's unusual about that shape? What's a more classical or a more usual way to hold your arms? You'd have them second rounded, or you'd have them forward and rounded. But to put them on the diagonals and round them, this gives you a sense of what? Yes, a sense of volume, a sense of shape here, rather than a position, an ordinary position. So that's something, it's an unusual description for arms, so you want to make sure that that's present in your performance. All right, there's a symbol you haven't seen yet, which looks like this. Okay. It's not a division sign. Take this choreography and divide, turn it into a long division. All right. Whatever is between those two signs gets repeated. Find it on the left hand side at the beginning and at the right hand side at the end. It's a repeat sign, and it means whatever is between the two repeat signs on the page is done twice. I'll give you a little advance warning. This means do it again the same way. If they want you to do it again but on the other side, the repeat sign would look like this. It would have 2 lines in it. So single line means do it again exactly the way it's written. Double lines mean repeat it, but please reverse it, do it on the other side. All right, let's move out on the floor. What I'm interested in knowing is what shape the first measure makes on the floor. Okay, do I have an answer yet? What shape have you got in the first measure? A circle. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. What happens to the size of steps when you're walking in plie? They get bigger. Right? If you're walking in middle level, they're a certain size. The minute you go into releve, they're going to get a bit smaller. The minute you go into plie, normal size is expanded. Right? So let's bear that in mind. A nice plie, and think that the scale of the movement is going to increase. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now, can you do it with the sense of the arms? You might want to put your paper down. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got one strange step, one strange step at the end. All right, how do the arms relate to what's happening in the supports stylistically? Any connection between the way the arms are held and the movement? Okay, the circle. And if you carry this through, right, this arm coming through here, you have a circular volume. That's what we were talking about. Whereas this is small and confined. This is not a volume or a shape. This is a sense of shape, and so is the pattern that you're walking. Right? So you want to try to jump to these conclusions as you're reading and say, the arms have something to do with the legs, and I want to bring that out in performance. So let me see measure 2, what's happening. Good. Okay. When you lift the leg, does it say lift it straight and then bend it? No, the X is before the symbol, so the minute the leg lifts, it's already bent. How many counts for each step? 2. All right, so it's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's different from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not step and hold and step and hold. Yes? It takes 2 counts. So the weight is moving, weight is moving, weight is moving. There's a constant shift of the weight from side to side that's much more dramatic than positional.